Lesson 21, Scientific Notation and Two Statements of Equality. So in this case, we have to multiply and divide some numbers, and not all of them are in correct scientific notation. So the first thing we're going to do is pass everything to correct scientific notation. So this first number, we have to write as 3 times 10, and then we have to count how many times I have to move the decimal to get to 3. So I have to move it 4 times. And the number, the original number, is very small, so I have to put a negative 4. But there's also a negative 6 here, so I'm going to put it here next to it. Then we're going to convert the 4,000. 4,000 is 4 times 10 to the, and then we're going to again move the decimal that is here 3 spaces to make it 4. Now in this case, 4,000, the original number is bigger than 1, so my exponent is positive 3. We'll do the same on the bottom. This is 6 times 10 to the negative 3, and then we have the plus 15. And then the 2,000 is going to be 2 times 10 to the third power, and then plus 4 because there's a 4 there. And now we're ready to simplify that. So in this case, I'm going to multiply the 3 times the 4, which is a 12. And then we're going to add the exponents. Negative 4 minus 6 is negative 10, plus 3 is negative 7. And on the bottom, we're going to do the same. 6 times 2 is 12, and then we're going to add the exponents. Negative 3 plus 15 is 12, and 12 plus 3 is 15, and plus 4 is 19. Now we have to simplify that, so we'll divide. 12 divided by 12 is 1. And then remember that to divide the exponents, we subtract them. So negative 7 minus 19, which is negative 26. And that would be our answer. If you need to see this again, just go back in the video and watch it again. This is very easy. You just have to be very careful and work in order. Now, in the second part of the lesson, we are going to have word problems where we have two statements of equality. So what we have to see is translate and create a system of equations. So let's look at the first one. It says the ratio of two numbers is 3 to 4. When we have that, the ratio of two numbers, what we're going to do is write the ratio, x over y. Those are the numbers that we don't know what they are, but we do know that the ratio is 3 over 4. Now remember, x does not equal 3, but x over y equals 3 over 4. So it's not like x equals 3 and y equals 4, but the ratio is 3 over 4. So it could be 30 over 40, or 33 over 44, or it could be 6 over 8. So we don't know the numbers. That's what they're asking. What are the numbers? The numbers are x and y. That's what we're looking for. Now, if we continue, it says, and their sum is 84. So the sum of x and y is 84. And that is the system of equations that we have to solve. To simplify this, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cross multiply to have that in an easier way. So 4x equals 3y. Now on the bottom, we can pass the y to subtract so that we have x in terms of y. And now we can do substitution. So remember, what we're going to do is change the x for 84 minus y. And which is that, right? We change this x for this. And now we simplify this by doing distributive property. And then we pass like terms to the same side. So the negative 4 goes to add, and we get 7y. And then we pass the 7 to divide. So we find that y is 48, and then we have to find x. And x, we said it was going to be 84 minus y, which we found it was 48. So we change it, and the answer is 36. So we found the numbers that we were looking for. So remember, when you have this word ratio, you have to write x over y and then the ratio that they give you so that you can cross multiply and solve the system of equations. Let's look at this next one. It says the sum of two numbers is 128 and their difference is 44. So sum, addition, difference, subtraction. So it's very simple. All we have to do is put the two numbers that we don't know. So we're going to use x and y. The sum, it says that is 128, and the difference, it says that it is 44. Now notice that by logic, x is bigger because x minus y gives me a positive number, so x is the bigger number. So now this is ready to do elimination, and actually is really ready because notice that we have a positive y and a negative y. So all we have to do is add. So 1x plus 1x, don't forget that, that's 2x. Y minus y cancels. And 128 plus 44 is 172. And then we pass the 2 to divide and we get 86. Again, remember that we have to find y because they're asking for the two numbers. And so 128 minus 86 is going to give me the missing number, which is in this case y. So I subtract and I get 42. And those will be the two missing numbers. And that's it. So remember, read the word problems carefully and then create the two equations so that you can solve a system of equations. Okay? I'll see you in the next lesson.